Hi guys, so the awkward conversations tag's been going around the YouTube community now for a few days, and I thought I'd get in on the act and put across to you what I think the most awkward topic of conversation is. The most awkward topic of conversation is about sex, and there are a number of reasons for that, but I think the one key thing to remember, as gross as it may sound, is that at one point two people decided that they were going to have sex, and that is why you are here on this earth. Just putting it out there. To me, it's really important to remember that. Whoever your parents are, your guardians, whoever is looking after you, the fact of the matter is, sex is a normal part of life. And I do think that sometimes perhaps a big deal is made out of the fact that it isn't. And it comes across to people that it is an alien thing to do, because it isn't something that we enjoy talking about, as it is such a private part of everybody's lives, where you're actually talking really intimate details about something that you want to do with somebody else. It makes sense for it to be awkward, but at the same time, it's good if you can take that step to make it not awkward. My own personal experiences, I've found that actually speaking about it has made it a lot more easy to overcome some of the problems that you face when you first decide that you want to have sex with somebody. I'm very lucky. I've got two parents that are very happy to speak openly about it, and that makes me feel a lot more comfortable about speaking to them about anything that I might be having troubles with, where, especially when I was younger, not so much now. But it's very important that you do speak to somebody about it, just perhaps they might be able to give you some advice that you hadn't even thought about, or open your eyes to something that, that you didn't even think about. It is a key thing to remember that it does help you to speak to other people when you are thinking about having sex. Personally, I don't think enough is done in schools to combat this, and I'm not sure whether that is purely because they aren't allowed to go too much into detail, or whether perhaps the teachers are a little bit embarrassed to speak to their pupils about the whole topic or subject of sex. It seems to be a bit of a taboo subject, but in actual fact it is one of the most important things that you can ever speak about in your life, and it is probably the most important thing you'll ever do in your life, because quite honestly, if you make a mistake and you don't protect yourself in the proper ways, then you could have unwanted children, and it's not something that you want to be speaking about after. If you have decided to have sex, then please make sure you take the necessary precautions to protect yourself from everything, be that sexually transmitted diseases and infections, or even just to not have that unwanted pregnancy. It doesn't matter what the other person thinks. If they don't want to have protection, then quite honestly, in my opinion, they're not ready. They're not ready to have sex, especially at a younger age. Obviously if you're like 40, it's a little bit different if you want children. But when you're at the age of 15, 16 and you're really starting to think about it and you've been with somebody for a while, then do take that necessary precaution to make sure you don't do anything by accident and make a mistake that's going to live with you for the rest of your life. My final viewpoint on this awkward topic of conversation is simply make sure you're with the right person. There's nothing worse than going through the rest of your life thinking, why the hell did I do that? And you don't want to have that burden upon you thinking, why did I just decide to have sex? And the simple fact is that a lot of people at the younger age of 15, 16, 17 are going to lie and say that they have had sex, because that is the norm, and they want to fit in with the norm, and they want to believe that they are part of the normal crowd. The fact of the matter is, majority of people won't have had sex by that time. And it doesn't mean that you should feel pressured into having to conform with the norm. You should make your own decision based on what you feel is right for you. And that is the only thing that I can really tell you. That's my opinion of the awkward conversations tag, and that is that sex is the most awkward conversation to have. I'll be making some more videos soon. Cheers guys. If you do something, get away mouth demons.